right. Welcome back to what episode is this? Episode 7?
Wait.
I think
I
it's
think it's
7 this
7. I
time.
think it's 7
I
now.
think it's
Yeah.
7 this time.
I
I
think
think I'm pretty positive it's 7.
Eight.
No, it's not 8.
that one
So-
week we skipped really threw us off.
Screw everybody it screwed everybody up.
Screw everybody. I see how it is.
Oh
Screw
my
everybody.
gosh.
All right.
So this week he's got the 3 of us, me, Sean, and Wes. Everybody else is busy.
They're all
Everybody
getting
else is too
wasted
busy.
for St. Patrick's Day, and nobody can make it except for us.
Yeah. No, they are not doing that cool of things.
Yeah.
One is behind me playing Assassin's Creed, and the other one is at church. So
Yeah.
they're busy. Yes, I understand that it's the coolest thing you could be doing, but he said that everybody was out drinking.
I was trying to make you guys sound cool. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So this week we are going to be talking about the spring sale. I almost said summer sale again. I don't know why I keep saying summer sale. And talking about our wish list and like what's on our top wish list. I also have a nice little game for them at the end. But we're going to start
sweet.
with
I didn't know
talking
that.
about.
I'm ready for that.
Oh yeah. We're gonna start with talking about what everybody's been up to. Since Wes just talked, we will start with Wes first.
Awesome. I was volunteered, but I was gonna force volunteer myself.
I volunteer as tribute.
That's right. So this week, been getting back into gaming. I know I talked last week. I was just kind of getting back into the swing of things from when I had COVID and lost my wallet and all kinds of crazy other shit. But been playing lots of Sons of the Forest. Again, last night we were playing some Escape the Backrooms, getting to some new levels in that game. But really, probably the most interesting game that I've played this week is one that Adam and I entered into a closed beta for. And it's actually a PvP shooter called Level Zero Extraction. And it's this weird game. And the closed beta lasts until tomorrow, I think. But it's this weird game that kind of takes elements of Escape from Tarkov because it's an escape shooter, and it mixes them with elements of an asymmetrical PvP game like Dead by Daylight, because somebody can take control of kind of this creature. You're in this facility essentially. It's up to a squad of 3, and the monster kind of reminds me of the monster that is off of Stranger Things. But it's afraid of light. It can't go into light. So you're trying to use light to loot and get out and extract like you would in Tarkov. It's also PvP against other players. So there's I think there can be up to 5 or 6 squads of 3 on a map, and you can kill each other to get each other's loot like you could in Tarkov. But then there's also up to 3 monsters roaming around controlled by players that are trying to attack you, and they have their own advantages in terms of they can lay traps for you. They have an EMP blast, I think, so they can turn off lights, and then you have glow sticks and flares, and you can turn on and off light switches throughout the facility to kind of maneuver through. And it's a really interesting concept. It's hard as shit, though. Me and Adam played it for probably about an hour and a half. I want to say maybe it was, I can't remember if it was Saturday morning or Friday evening, but we were playing it. And it's a closed beta, so there's still some kinks, but it's an interesting concept. I think it has potential to be a fun extraction shooter. Because it's got the horror elements, and that's something that I've never seen where they've tried to kind of cross over an extraction shooter and a horror game before like that. So I think there could definitely be a market for it where it's kind of it's not, there's not really any competition in that area. So if they succeed with it, and it's interesting. So I definitely think they expand upon it more down the line, we could see it become something more, especially right now from where it was a closed beta, you had to request access and then they had to approve it. So it's not something, it's not open yet, but it's supposed to be full, like, well, not it. It's supposed to be released, on Steam Greenlight or whatever, later this year for everyone to just be able to play. I don't know what the price tag will be because obviously right now, since it's closed beta, it's totally free. But um,
$40.
yeah,
More
something like
than
that.
likely. That's usually what those extractions go for, like 30 to $40,
Yeah,
somewhere around there.
especially from where it'll be pre 1.0 release too. Like I think they actually already have a roadmap and it showed point 0.1, point 0.2, point 0.3 through the end of the year. So it'll definitely be out fully fledged for purchase. And I agree, it won't. I doubt it'll be full priced because it's too early on in its development right now for it. But the hardcore nature is there. It's pretty tough. We played both. Adam and I played both as the survivors and as the monster. Um, the survivor was harder, but a little bit more fun. The monster was a little bit easier, but sometimes the map was so big, it was hard to find. Me and Adam were just wandering around the map for 20 minutes without any action because we couldn't find the people. And that may not be so much a con of the gameplay as it is me and Adam just being stupid and not knowing how the fuck to play the game, which is probably more likely.
Was there
So
only one monster or was it multiple?
so it's basically it's squads. So like I said, there could be it's up to three, and it's 3-player squads. So there's one squad of monsters up to 3 players. So there can be up to 3 monsters. If so, there's one, and then there's 5 or 6 of just survivors of
Okay.
up to 3. So it's like, and you could, I mean, obviously you could band together if you wanted to as survivors, but most people, you're probably going to kill each other as you would in Tarkov because it's basic. You're trying to get loot.
Yeah, that's where it
So
loses me. Like
yeah,
if there was like random monsters and you're just going through this and it's a PV kind of like a Dark and Darker, but with aliens, that I think would be cooler
yeah,
than
and maybe that'll happen later. Where there is PVE alien enemies
yeah.
or something more like Dark and Darker. But right now it's all PvP. Even the monsters are controlled by a player.
I
So
also
there's
find
only
it funny how it says asymmetric PvP VP VE. Like
I was,
two PvPs, PvP VP VE.
the closest thing, the PVE nature part only really comes in as far as we were able to tell. There are these roaming turrets that traverse around the map, and
Yeah.
they will shoot the fuck out of you if you
Yeah,
become.
I saw the trailer for it right now. I watched it while you were talking about it.
Yeah. So that's really, they'll probably add more PVE hazards for sure, but that's really all there is in terms of PVE right now. Um, it has potential, especially if you're not really into extraction shooters, probably won't like that. Won't like it just because it still has the standard elements that you'd expect an extraction shooter. If you die, you will lose the shit that you have. Just like in Tarkov, just like in Dark and Darker, just
Yeah.
like in the dungeon one that you and I played, that's basically Dark and Darker, but with better graphics. Um,
Yeah. Dark and
so
Darker, I've watched some more of it though, and Dark and Darker definitely has better care like classes that you can
yeah,
be. Like that bard class is pretty freaking cool.
Dark and Dark is my favorite extraction shooter, even though it's not really a shooter. But
I
you
mean,
know,
you use a bow. You're
yeah, no, that's
shooting
true.
a
If you're
bow.
and the Ranger is kind of overpowered, to be honest.
Yeah.
The Ranger class is awesome. So that's what I would always do if I was playing solo in Dark and Darker. I would be Ranger and then Cleric if I was playing in a group. So
Yeah.
still my favorite one. I think this one, like I said, this one has potential. It's very early to tell. It could be one of those that tries to break into the scene. If they don't keep it coming with consistent updates, it's going to die like most games do.
Yeah, I could see with
So
like a big group, it would probably be fun. Like how sometimes we have a lot of people that play with us. Like that
yeah,
would be fun. Like we would have full team of monsters, full team of humans, and that could be fun. But
and
I mean,
well,
with
that's
just
that could be a potential downside right now because I don't think there's a way to do private matches yet.
yeah,
So I'm sure it'll, if it's popular enough that'll probably happen at some point. But right now it's kind of I don't think you can do that right now. It's just you load it up and but like I said, I'm trying not to judge it too harshly because it's in closed beta and
yeah,
and even when it does come out this year, it's gonna be super early access. So it's got a ways to go. But if I think it will maintain a consistent following if the developers are willing to stick with it.
yeah.
Ultimately. So,
And
but
before you stop, I do want to talk about Backrooms. That game
yeah.
is so scary, and that game is so much fun. And I fucking hate the. But we played last night, and we got to the new maps, and I died at the beginning of almost every single map, and I still had such a blast with that game. That game is just horrifying. I don't know how they did it, but that game is just horrific with how it makes you feel when you're going through each puzzle.
The crazy thing about it too is that there's that Wikipedia page. The Backrooms has kind of become its own, almost very similar to the SCP Foundation, where it's got a wiki with with thousands of levels. So they have plenty of levels they can base stuff off of, and like Josh said, we just hit the new levels. We had been working there to get there forever because there was a January update that released 6 to 7 new levels because Adam and I had already played through all the current levels that we had. So what we had been doing is kind of playing with new people, and we were playing through levels we had already played through. And we were kind of almost it was kind of becoming like Sean with what's the pre Baldur's Gate 3 by Larian Divinity or something. What's it called?
The boat, staying on the boat.
Yeah, no, yeah, where you guys had to keep restarting because someone new came in, and because it started out with me, Adam, and Donnie.
Yeah, Sean, how
Donnie
many
never
times?
played.
Sean, how many times have you beaten Divinity 2?
About 100.
That's what I'm talking about.
That boat is so easy.
Yeah. He knows where all the items are now to get off the boat.
That's what me and Adam say about the dog level now, Josh.
Oh
We're
my
like,
gosh,
the dogs
the
are
dog
so
level.
easy. We're like, the dogs are so easy now
Yeah,
because
but
we played through
Yeah,
it
but we
18
made
times.
it. We made it through. We didn't have to start over again.
We did, and because then Hunyan joined, and we have a hard mode for that we're playing through with Hunyan, and then we finally got to the new levels, so everything's gonna be new from here on out. Me and Adam have there's been things that me and Adam have forgotten and we couldn't remember how to do, and we had to figure it out again when we were going through because it'd been a while. But this is all new. We have no clue what's gonna happen. We're gonna be solving the puzzles in real time as we go through it, so it's gonna be freaking awesome. I can't
You mean
wait.
you mean like the balloon level with the balloon creatures?
Yeah, that thing
Adam
was
kept dying because he couldn't figure out which way to go, and I kept dying because I freaking wouldn't.
I totally
Stop.
forgot. I don't even remember how we did it the first time, or if because they said they changed some of the new. So I don't know if they actually changed the paths to some of the levels or what. But
I mean,
yeah.
probably.
I mean, they
probably
did.
probably to make it a fresh start. Since they
Yeah.
brought out the new stuff, I would guess that they decided to do that.
And thankfully, we got a mod installed for that game now too, where we can have more than 4 people playing at a time. So
Yeah,
that
but on the
makes it-
pool level, it doesn't work. On the pool level, it still is only 4 people, and one person's gonna have to sit out.
Yeah, that's the only or more if you play with
Yeah.
more, because that mod lets for up to 16 players, I think. And but it seems like, as far as I can tell, that's the only level I think we encountered where there was an actual spawning glitch with.
Yeah, so far there was
mod.
nothing. I mean, even with the last level that we did before we got to the one with the hall, they spawned multiple flashlights or whatever for that one that we did when we had to go into the floor. There was like 6 flashlights or 7 flashlights for us on that level.
Something I didn't realize too is that on some of the levels where there's only 4, because there was a couple levels where there was only 4 things that would spawn. And
Yeah.
what what somebody actually mentioned out on the Nexus mod page for the mod is that you only lose stuff or drop it when you actually die. So what you can do is you can start the level and then have 4 people pick up 4 of them. And then I can hit escape and then restart level. And they will keep those items in their inventory and it'll respawn the items. So then the next 4 people, if you're playing with 8, can then pick them up. So all 8 of you could have those items.
Yeah.
So it's a way to kind of cheese it. If you don't have everything that you need for everyone that spawns. The only time I could think of that we really ran into that issue is when we were in that really dark place, remember, that did the little lights on the walls that you had to like spread so you could see where you were going, because there was only 4 of those, and one person always had to just like hug each other's butt cheeks together and like find their way through blindly because they didn't have the device, they couldn't use it. There was only 4 of them, but we were playing with 5 people. But other than that, it really hadn't been a problem. The mod hasn't, other than just like some janky stuff that's been happening with the kill cam stuff, which I'm pretty sure is caused by the mod. I'm almost positive. But other than that,
yeah,
it's been pretty fruitless. And then we had to kick Donnie that one time because we were all frozen in a white screen.
Yeah, and he never said anything back.
Yeah, he never came back. Never came back.
Yeah.
So I can only do so much for the man.
Yeah, no, exactly. Anything else you've been playing other than that, or is that all?
And then Sons of the Forest, which not too much of an update on that game.
I mean, you guys ran into the Slinky, which I thought was fun.
Oh yeah, we ran into that thing. That was scary. We got some fucking kick-ass armor. We went down all the way into the pits of hell in this cave and found this alien spaceship. It's as crazy as it sounds, and we got this ancient armor with this device for the story or something.
Yeah, and they ran into the demon, Sean.
You went into the volcano?
No. They haven't gone that far. No,
not that far.
No, it's a new area. They added since they finished the story, they added pretext to what we saw at the end of the game. But the demons are in more than one place now.
And you get this it's a full set of ancient armor, and you get it off this. You go into this alien spaceship and get it off the pilot. And
it looks a little like the gold armor, Sean, but it's not.
Very Dark Souls.
Armor.
It's very Dark Souls, and then like the face mask looks like a skull. It looks really cool. And
do they give you the best weapon early now?
No.
For them demons? No,
I don't think so.
No, they don't know. They don't know. They haven't gotten that far yet. So
I'm not gonna say what it is. I'm not gonna say what it is. Hunyan knows.
Yeah,
we do know about like the demons though, because there are certain white demons that we've seen where when you hold up the cross to them, it starts like burning them.
Oh, so yeah, you got the cross.
Yeah, so we have the cross.
The power of Christ compels those demons.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's cool to watch.
So when we beat the game the first time, I won't tell you what we went into, but Sean was screaming that the whole time with the cross in front of him while we were going through the last level. He was just screaming, "The power of Christ compels you" the entire time, and it was
like it's not doing anything. I was like, it's definitely doing something.
Yeah, it didn't do much. I'm pretty sure it does more now, but when we were doing it, I'm like, shoot something. He's like, no, I got the cross. It's good.
We don't need anything other than the cross.
The power of Christ is what will get us through this.
Yeah, eventually I'll play through that game again. I haven't wanted to get on when you guys have been playing because I've got so much to work on right now, and I'm just so like behind on what I wanted to get done.
I mean, if you want to play it casually, just come in and just, reacclimate yourself, dude. Just join on.
Yeah, I may do that sometime. It's real hard for me to have the podcast, D&D, and I'm working on like 3 different games right now. 4 other games just came out that I want to do, and it's a lot for me to try and keep track of.
I was gonna say, man, like this is all just supposed to be for fun, all across the board. So don't like kill yourself.
No,
stuff.
No. The podcast is fun. The D&D, I was outvoted. I was outvoted. Don't fucking play that with me. I got outvoted on that shit.
I didn't
outvoted, and we're all having a blast.
I didn't vote. Don't look at me. I was not there to vote. I was just along the lines of, hey, it'd be fun.
Yeah, you were, and then you brought an extra player in. Oh joy.
No, hey, fuck you on that. I told you, okay? I told you. I said you don't have to let him in, and he was cool with it
Do
too.
you
and,
know who I am? I would never tell somebody no to playing
Okay,
D&D.
and to be fair, he said he
And
probably.
I got one more who wants to play.
Who?
shit.
Who?
Brennan said, "Oh, thanks for the invite." I was like, "What the hell?"
He can join if he wants. I can figure out a way for him to get in. But
I'll talk. I think
yeah,
he was joking, especially with the new addition to his family. So
yeah, that's why I wouldn't expect him to want to do it. I mean, he could even join the podcast if he wants, but like, I don't know if he has the time with his new baby.
You could just do it, casual. That's the thing. Tucker told me that he may not be at the next session either, so he might miss 2 sessions in a row.
Okay, I'll figure it out. It's really not that big of a deal. I run a lot of the D&D stuff off the ends of my pants. I don't
Well,
I make up a lot of stuff when we start.
You don't have to worry about, at least with Tucker, like playing the bad guy. I invited him in, so if he keeps missing sessions like that, I know it's supposed to be fun, but it is something that is like the DM puts 2 weeks in planning or whatever amount of time planning in when you're doing other stuff. It's not just like, hey, we're gonna yeah, but I know it's not like we're just we're getting together and gaming. If you have to miss out on
but
podcast,
he's good, because if anything, I can always make him go on an adventure by himself for a while. Like,
he can end up in Brand's bag of all goodies. He can just be an addition.
I'm sure she needs a new femur. It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure she needs a new femur next to her abacus. So I'm sure if anything, we can make that happen.
It would make finally figure out what's in her bag.
Well, it would make sense for his character too. His character is very much kind of standoffish and doesn't really seem to like.
Well, did you listen
in the group anyway?
Did you listen to the stuff I sent you yet?
I still haven't done it. I'm probably gonna do it Thursday or Friday this week.
Okay, well, I won't spoil anything, but like, you guys are back on the surface by the end, or you guys are going back onto the surface.
That's
so
exciting.
If anything, we can make it to where he's like, okay, I found my thing. If he says that he's not going to be able to make it often, then I can always say, hey, because he already, was like, oh, well, it's kind of late for him, and that's fine. I get it. It is late, but I can't. But I can't help. I work Saturdays. I don't get off till 6 or 7 my time, which is.
Well, no,
you're 7, 8, 9, which is 9 o'clock your guys' time.
You're the DM, man. You set the time. That's how that works. I mean, that's just how that works, so that's fine.
Yeah, unlike the one where you have the 3-day weekend. If you want to start it early, that's your call.
I tried to this last time. I wanted to start at like 4 or 5, but Matt had his kids, so there was no way to do that. Without him being gone like pretty much the entire thing. But my next long weekend is during Brand's birthday. So during that weekend, maybe I'll set up to where we do like a longer session. I'm sure she would love that.
A longer.
She approves.
True.
I'll stay up.
I thought she said true.
Since it's a Saturday, I will stay up as long as I need to do the session. If I'm there. Tucker, he's used to going to bed at like 10 o'clock our time, which is usually when we're starting. So he's staying up like 2 extra hours, and then in addition, and
I totally get it.
He's very inconsistent. Like a lot of time, like they do stuff on the weekends, and sometimes his girlfriend, like, he doesn't even know what they're doing. His girlfriend will just be like, okay, we're going to go do this weekend. And Tucker.
And you look at her and you say, no.
Tucker with no pretenses just kind of goes, okay. He didn't know that they were planning to do anything. They just go. And I mean, the other night he texted me and he asked me if I was going to get on. And usually he just kind of hops on. He doesn't text me, but apparently his girlfriend had to do some studying and she didn't want him bothering her. So she told him to go play games with his friends.
Nice.
So he was texting me and he said, please get on.
Yeah. No, that's hilarious.
And, he told me he wouldn't be on. It looks like he's on actually right now. He's playing Balatro or Ball. I don't even know what that
Oh
game
my
is.
gosh, Balatro. I don't even want to
Balatro?
talk about that game. I'm not
That's what
talking
he's-
about that game.
Okay, he's
I'm
playing
not
it.
talking about that game. Don't even
That's
say
the
its
gambling
fucking
one?
name. Yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
everybody is on that. Every podcast I listen to, everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, Balatro." I
I've
don't
never
like
even
card
heard of that.
games. So like to me, it doesn't hold any interest. I'm sure it's a good game, but it's a gambling game, but it's like
Survival,
it's a
isn't it?
roguelite.
A roguelite, yeah.
A roguelite gambling game.
Huh.
So
I've never heard of it before. That's interesting.
so
I'll go
maybe
look
you
into
should
it.
try it, dude.
I
Maybe
don't
you
know.
should try it.
shouldn't.
No, I was gonna say those types of games don't. It doesn't even sound that interesting to me, to be entirely honest.
People have talked about the game. Alex Navarro on oh my gosh, what's that podcast called? Talk real quick. Let me see.
Talk real quick. What do you mean? Just like
Nextlander. No, I got
okay.
it. I got
Phil
it.
Space.
Alex Navarro on
Filler.
Nextlander talked about it, and he said this game is Satan, but I am stuck on it. Like he was like stuck on the game for a very long time.
I'm gonna have to look it up now just to see
Yeah.
what it looks like here. Balatro. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's a weird ass game. Well, while you're looking at that, Sean, what have you been doing since we've gone off on a tangent yet again, as
And we
usual?
have. That's part of it.
That's what this podcast, Lost in Tangents.
Lost in tangents. Yeah, that's right.
I've been playing a lot of Helldivers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what level are you?
11 or 12.
Nice.
I'm not playing any of like the hard difficulties trying to
You mean
power
the
level
Donnie
or anything.
difficulties?
Yeah, I've been playing medium, hard, easy.
And let me guess,
Just-
you get
Donnie
all
didn't scare
the
you
actual
away.
stuff done.
Yeah, I make sure to do all the side quests, close all the nests up. I make sure my area when I'm defending it for democracy is nice and clear.
Yeah.
That's extremely important. It's very undemocratic of you. Okay.
Yeah, if you don't do everything, there's no reason to land there.
That's true. It's factual.
Yeah.
Me, Katie, and my wife, we just beat Mario Wonders, which
Oh,
was
nice.
an absolutely blast to play. It's very hard to play with multiple people because one person has a king's crown above their head, and that's the person who the screen is following. So if you're trying to do something and that person just keeps going, you're dying, or if it's just hectic. Like you turn into a ghost and they have to revive you, or you lose a life, but all the little wonder flowers you find and all those special little things that happen in the stage are all amazing. It was a blast. The final Bowser battle was definitely different than anything I've ever done. Caden, my son, he loved it, and he actually hit the boss a couple of times, not even dying. Of course, he's like, "Dad, I'm going to spoil it. I'm going to spoil it. I've already seen this on YouTube." I was like, "I don't want to know."
You
They
better
actually
not tell
didn't.
me. You told me
Yeah,
you're
he
grounded.
actually
You're grounded
surprisingly
forever.
didn't tell me. Yeah, he didn't tell me, but we beat that today. We still have a few wonder achievements to get, and then they have like the secret star area or whatever it is that they have in like every Mario, where it's like the hardest levels. We still have that to go through, but we beat that today. Me and Caden have been playing a game that came onto Xbox Game Pass. I think it's called A Little to the Left, or let me see.
Why does that sound so familiar?
I've never heard of it, but
I don't know. Maybe it's not the
Yeah.
exact name.
It's A Little to the Left, and it is basically
sure
it's like
not
stage.
a little to the right.
No, it's a little to the left. It's just a bunch of stages, and it'll be just a bunch of things. So like the first one is like pencils, and they're all different sizes, and you have to line them up. And like, so him trying to figure out, it's really fun. So it's like, oh, look, this one's the biggest pencil to the smallest pencils. That's one way to solve it. Some levels only have one way to solve it. Some have 2 to 3. So like with the pencil one, it was like, oh, the erasers. Which one has the biggest eraser to the smallest eraser is the second way to solve it. So it's fun because it's a little bit like a puzzle game, and you got to solve things, and then there's different ways to solve it. So, my 5-year-old figuring stuff out like that is really fun.
Yeah.
That is really cool. Yeah, Little to the Left is a cozy puzzle game that has you sort, stack, and organize household items into pleasing arrangements while you keep an eye out for a mischievous cat
Cat.
with an
Yeah, he fucks everything up.
with an inclination for chaos.
Fucks it all up. He's a dick. You're like almost done. He'll paw it out. You're like, you're a dick, cat.
I was gonna say
Sounds-
it sounded familiar to me. I've seen a couple people in my Steam friends list playing it, and I was kind of curious about that. Okay,
It's
that's
just one.
interesting.
It's just one of those games where it's easy and relaxing, and you can just sit and not be stressed out about anything.
Yeah, those games are nice. Nice to have.
Sounds
those
like a
de-stress
game
games.
that I would have a hard time with.
Josh is like, I can't do puzzles.
No,
Fuck 'em."
they're extremely easy puzzles. Most of them are like separate by color, separate biggest to smallest, or like there's one where it's a book and you have to like line up the wave of like 5 different novels. So it's like you have to make sure it's in order. Like they're really easy.
Sean, you are overestimating this man. We are literally doing a Backrooms puzzle where it was
Yeah,
literally
but Backrooms
matched,
isn't supposed to be easy.
but it was match shapes. It was like square goes in square hole, triangle goes in
Yeah,
triangle, and
but
he
the
was pushing.
Circle
He was pushing
goes
the
into
triangle.
the square hole.
No,
The triangle fits in the square
No,
hole.
it didn't. Okay, he was pushing the triangle to the triangle hole, and I was like, "Yeah, Josh, good job. That's where you need to put it."
No, it was
And then
a star, actually.
oh yeah, it was a star. And he stopped pushing.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What are you telling me? I'm overwhelmed and I'm confused."
Yeah, no, because he said it from behind me. He's like, the star goes over here. And I'm like,
I was
I'm
saying
pushing
you're
it
doing
the
good.
opposite
I
direction.
was like, "Yeah, Josh, you're doing it." And he stopped and was like, "I don't know what I'm doing," and he just like
Such
he ran
a
off.
big boy.
oh my gosh.
That's where the star goes, my big boy.
I was like,
Oh
"Josh,
my
good
gosh.
job. You're doing it, Josh. Yes."
Yep. That's me. I'm bad at puzzles. I know. It's why I stopped playing Resident Evil 1 because I couldn't figure out the stupid pool. Yeah.
The pool.
I love some puzzles.
Yeah,
sprinkled into my horror
draining the
games.
pool.
Oh yeah.
Where you have to
Got it,
drain it.
got it.
I could not freaking figure out how to do it for the life of me. I even looked it up and still couldn't figure it out because I suck at puzzles.
Don't you just need the crank and just take the crank over?
Yep, crank wouldn't work for me for some reason, and so
Did
yeah,
you have the hexagon or the square one?
I have no idea.
That's
I have
where
no idea.
that's where the trouble came in. You didn't have the right shape.
probably.
Oh.
We got shape problems.
Yeah,
That's the
Yep.
issue.
It is the
It's
problem.
not puzzle. It's just shapes.
Yep.
What is? I'm gonna look up and see if there's a disorder where you can't identify shapes because Josh probably has it.
I have learning disabilities. Yes, that is true.
No, that doesn't count. See, like, 'cause that's specifically for shapes. Okay, where you can't.
Mine specifically with math.
It's called
Oh, yeah.
dude. It is. It's called tactile agnosia.
There's probably something for everything.
Oh, wait, no, this is.
We all have something.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
I definitely have
Then
something. Let me tell you.
And then, the only other thing is I've been playing my extraction shooter, Hunt Showdown.
Yeah,
Nice.
you guys play that all the time.
That's because they've been doing like crazy, like normally it's like a few months between events, but they did back to back events.
Yeah.
So they're about to do a new engine update.
Oh, that's cool.
Which would be cool. Better graphics and everything. Better all around.
I was gonna
But
say,
it is weird because it's like
they never re-released that for current gen, right? Like it's still
no,
PS4.
they are about to kick everyone out. So people who are playing on Xbox One won't be able to play. People who are playing on PS4 won't be able to play anymore. They are upgrading your game, or they're like giving you the game for free if you already own it. But for the PS, what is it, 5, 6? What are they on?
5. I mean, they're
So,
about apparently they're getting ready to
whatever
release
they're
Pro.
at.
Yeah.
So they'll upgrade you to your PS6 version, your Xbox Series X version. So that's
It'll probably
cool,
be
but
it'll probably be $10 to upgrade to it. That's how
No,
much
they've
most
already,
of the
no, they've already said that as long as you own it, they're going to give you the upgrade for free. But even like people with PCs, I like if my brother didn't give me his whatever he gave me,
graphics card.
yeah, his graphics card, I probably wouldn't be able to play it anymore.
Yeah. So they're
'Cause
gonna
I had-
update everything.
Yeah, they're updating the entire engine. They're going to cryo engine, whatever,
Yeah.
which is cool. It'll be interesting to see. All they keep saying is no earlier than April, but seeing how this event's going through to like the beginning of May, I don't see them releasing it during an event to, destroy the event and have a bunch of heirs come through while that's all going on. So I don't see it happening till May sometime.
I always see it as in good faith, though, when they allow the free update to the next gen, because you think that would be common sense, but it really isn't. So many gaming
it's
companies.
Like, I already own this game. Why? I don't want to pay for it again.
Yeah, just for the upgrade. It's
totally. I don't want to pay for a game twice or three times.
Pay for a game like
or
4 times.
I don't own every version of Skyrim on every console.
I don't own every version of Stardew Valley and bought it for multiple people through the years.
Bought it for every friend that wanted to play it.
That definitely did not happen. I don't know what you're talking about.
That wasn't an upgrade to you not being able to play on it. Like, I get different systems is one thing. Like, Brennan used to play on Xbox. He still had to buy it on Steam. But like, just because you went to it's on from Xbox One to Xbox Series One, you shouldn't make someone have to pay for that. Like, they already own it on the Xbox. They're only going to play it on the Xbox.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like Hunt Showdown, because I bought the PS4 version when I already had a PlayStation 5 because they didn't have a PS5 version. And then it's like, so I would already spend the money to play it on the PS5. And then they come out with a PS5 version and then make me upgrade anyway.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, dude, come on. Even if I don't care if it's only 10 or 15 bucks. I already paid full price for the game anyway. So
yeah, half the time the game's not even that much. It's always on sale.
Yeah.
They're always trying to get new players to come in.
Yeah.
I need to rebuy it on PC because that's the only reason that because me, Adam, and Tucker just started playing it when we decided. It was like the last time we played it was probably April of last year, because that was right when we all decided to get gaming PCs. So so I need to. I've been waiting for it to go on sale. Because I'm probably gonna rebuy it because we liked it. We enjoyed it. It was fun.
Oh, it's a blast.
So
I love it. It's one of those games that, yes, is repetitive, but getting into a firefight in different places always is different.
The bosses are a lot of fun too. Just trying to take down the bosses.
they keep updating. The good thing is like with a lot, like almost every event that I've played, I don't even know when I first played this, but every event they're always adding in new weapons or a new weapon variant or new ammo type to a weapon. So they're always adding stuff. Because I think when it originally started, there was only the 2 bosses. Now there's four compound bosses. There's 1 semi-roaming boss.
That's pretty cool.
They keep adding more.
Now it's cool that the developers are really striving for longevity with their game, because a lot of they want it to last, and the fact that they're upgrading it for next gen now, even though it's taken them some time, shows that they want to continue supporting it for a good long while.
I only have 503 hours on it.
Oh no, that's nothing. Chump change.
It's really not.
That's pretty funny. So yeah, I'll have to look into buying that game though. I bet got the spring sale going on and the summer sale too will be before we know it. So I'm sure at some point it'll be on sale.
Yeah, I even looked up right now. It's
on sale for $13.99 right now, actually, till March 21st.
Well, what?
65% off.
I even looked at Dark and Darker to see if it's on sale right now. It is the standard edition is $24.95 right now.
Ooh, I was gonna say I love that game. Donnie doesn't like it, and so they kind of went off and started getting really obsessed with Tarkov. So nobody played Dark and Darker with me anymore. So I haven't played Dark and Darker. And
I'll get it eventually. I just don't have the cash flow right now to get it, but I'll buy it eventually and play it with you, because I actually like that more than I like the idea of Tarkov.
If they finally, I'll gift it to you if they decide to break, because it used to be on Steam, and I can't remember if we talked about this.
They were having legal issues.
Yeah, I guess the company is based in South Korea, and they were having I don't know if it was directly with actual Dungeons and Dragons or something like that, or if it had something to do with the way that they license IPs
It
over
was
in South
something with
Korea.
the way the people who made the game split from a different company, I think.
Oh, okay.
And they
Gotcha.
kind of took the idea from something the company they were working with was working on, I think. So
So copyright
they were,
infringement sort of thing.
yes,
Okay.
kind of something like that, but they worked through all that, but I don't know if it's coming back to Steam or not.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
when we started playing it, they had said that they had resolved something because that apparently they were having issues with getting it rated in South Korea as well, and they said that they had gotten that resolved or something along those lines. And I think they're still hoping to eventually get it back there, but it's that way you can make use of the Steam gifting system. But if it ever does, because I don't think there's a way to gift it.
No, the only way that you'd be able to is if you gave me your card number and then I put it in.
Yeah.
They get right on that.
It's like, I've already had to cancel my debit and credit card once.
Just do it right here on the podcast. Let them know all that information.
All right, guys. I will be at the end. If you stay tuned,
right.
I will be giving my
gosh.
social security number at the end as well. If you guys stay till the end, so get ready.
Yeah. No, that's definitely not happening. Any other stuff that you've been playing, Sean?
Don't think so. I think that's about it. I haven't really got back into Nightingale.
It's on my wish list. I got it number 3 on my wish list.
So, yeah,
I haven't.
I'm waiting. The sale is a perfect time. I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled. I'll start getting emails like crazy anytime anything on my wish list is on sale. So I'll be ready.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. No. Yep. That's about it.
All right.
What about Big Josh, dude? What about Big Josh?
I haven't been doing as much either. I played some more Final Fantasy, but I was asked by someone that wants me to play through them, so I'm probably going to do that. I actually started recording them today. I got super frustrated earlier recording something else because I was trying to see if I could do my video at the same time, like on a separate thing, record my video separate, so then when I go into cutscenes, I could not have me in the corner. But that didn't work out, so I'll probably keep going without visual of myself. Other than that, just watch some movies.
You're using Action, right, for that?
Yeah, I use Action.
It should have a thing where you can record your camera separately, I think.
I don't know. I'll have to check. I didn't really check, and doing the camera and stuff when I did it on what I was trying it on, it made the game laggy. So,
gotcha.
That's the thing. I'd rather have the game look perfect than the game look slightly laggy.
Yeah, I got that.
So I was playing that. I haven't done any more Banishers because Adam wants me to play that. So I'm going to be recording that too, which I plan to probably work on that tonight or tomorrow. Working on stuff for D&D. Got my movie stuff that I'm working on. Probably going to do a video about that soon.
Black hole reviews.
Yeah, Black Hole reviews, which is going to be our in-depth dive on stuff. But the first episode will probably be me and whoever wants to join me going over like stuff that I've beaten this year so far and stuff that I've watched this year so far. Since, I could go back and do reviews on them, but I kind of like doing a review like right after I watch it, so that it's off the fly,
Yeah, I'm down for that. I'm 100% down for that.
Yeah, so other than that, though, not a whole lot. Watching Bram play Assassin's Creed, which she's getting a lot farther in. And then, just games. Lots and lots of games. Lots of games. But,
Entire backlog of games.
Yeah. The Steam Spring Sale, though, is on right now till March 21st. And I figured we'd talk about it a little and, maybe get each other's top 5. We've been going for a while already talking about tangents. So
we're about to go on another one, okay? Because sorry we're not doing anything St. Patrick's Day related this year, but me and Sean were talking before the podcast, and next year we're gonna watch all of the Leprechaun movies.
We
Okay.
are not going to watch all the
Yes,
Leprechaun
we
movies.
are. It's happening. It's on the list. It's on the movie list.
Okay, it's on the movie list. It is on the movie list that I have made for. Yeah.
Every single one. Especially
So
the certified hood classics.
yeah, the Hood in the Hood 2 and in the Hood 1.
I heard the first one. I didn't know they made a second one. Sean's like, dude, there's a second one, and I got a little bit excited about that. I'm ready. I'm ready for these films.
Yeah. So we're gonna just go over our top 5 wish list games, and maybe there's a game on spring summer sale you think, or spring. Why do I keep saying summer sale? Spring sale that you think people should get. Then go ahead and name it off. We'll start with Wes.
All right. So the top 5 that I have pulled up right now. Number 1, I just added recently, and that is Dragon's Dogma 2. I feel like that one kind of a little bit goes without saying. I've seen absolutely batshit insane stuff with the character creator in that game.
Yeah.
And I've heard of the first one, but I never really paid any attention to it. And Dragon's Dogma 2 got announced, and I still was just like, I didn't play the first one, which apparently you don't need to. They're pretty compartmentalized where you can play them, from what I heard. And I was talking with Demons, one of our other buddies, about it, and he said, it's not really something you're going to need to play the first one. But the character creator has to be one of the craziest character creators in any game I've ever seen to date.
Yeah.
It just looks absolutely insane, the stuff you can do. People are recreating characters almost perfectly. Breaking Bad, they have like Jesse and Walter White. People are recreating to picture perfect characters from Final Fantasy. I think somebody tried to make like a realistic Mario and Luigi, and it looks pretty good. There's also, you can make your character not human. They can be, lion, like a lion head and stuff. I don't know what the races are.
Yeah, I saw that. It looks pretty cool. I'm gonna be playing it on my PlayStation. I'm not gonna play it on the PC. So
yeah, it's recommended to use a controller anyway, so it's kind of one of those things. I know you can download the character creator and then import your character into the game. And I feel that this one's pretty topical right now, simply because the game comes out this Thursday. So this podcast will release, and then the game comes out 4 days after, I think. So that's a super hot topic, but I've been watching some of the trailers. It kind of does remind me a little bit of some Monster Hunter in terms of the boss battles. There was one in the video where it looked like the main character was fighting a giant griffin. It just looks really, really, really cool. So that's my number 1. My number 2 and 3, I'm not going to talk too much about, because we've talked about them countless times. 2 is Nightingale, which is Sean has talked about countless times. And I really want to play that game with him, simply because you can be Mary Poppins in that game and float around with an umbrella, which is,
of course,
absolutely badass. So that's, if you don't want to, I don't trust you if you tell me you don't want to do that. If there's somebody out there's like, I don't want to play that game, I don't want to do that, I don't trust you. Okay, that
was the biggest selling point for me.
That's the biggest selling point.
I saw that and I was like, I'm buying this now.
That's the best part. So that's my number 2. Number 3 is what I talked about earlier, Level 0 Extraction, that new extraction shooter coming out. So that's my number 3 right now. That might, depending upon how that game is updated and what they do with it, I think it's too early to tell. I'm very intrigued by it. That could drop on my list depending upon how it's handled, but right now it's number 3. My number 4 is Ori and the Will of the Wisps, which is the sequel to Ori and the Blind Forest, which I fucking loved. I think it kind of introduced me to Metroidvania type games. I know, Josh, you just got done playing
Prince of Persia.
Prince of Persia, which is a very similar type
Like
game.
$10 for Ori and the Will and the Wisp right now.
Yeah, it's 67% off. So I very much might get that because I've been dying to play it forever.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons it took me so long is because when the game first came out, I don't think it was even on PC. Because it was part of the Xbox exclusivity. So they had it only on Xbox and they brought it to PC later. And then it's not on PlayStation at all. So
Yeah.
the second one never came. I can't remember. I think because I played the first one on PC. Yeah, neither of them came to PlayStation. I don't believe. Which might change now because I know Xbox is wanting to bring their exclusives to PlayStation now. So
Yeah.
they both might come to PlayStation. But I'm just gonna get it on PC because I played the first one on at the time my janky ass laptop that I had in college. So and somehow it functioned. So I'll definitely be playing this one on PC. I'm pretty excited about it because I remember kind of how the story ended, and even just looking at the thumbnail for the game, I can tell that how it ended in the first one is going to just continue on. And then the fifth one is actually one that I forgot that I had added. I added it back in July 15th, and there's no release date for it yet. And it's another asymmetrical horror PvP game, and it's called Carnival Hunt. It's an asymmetric social multiplayer game.
Nice.
So one player takes on the role of this carnival monster, and the other players plays like these dolls, and they're like he's trying to take over the creatures and turn them against each other. And there's no way for me to really explain what the game is other than just to recommend watching the trailer because it looks very interesting, and it's got this very strange aesthetic overall that really kind of pulls you in. It looks very, very unique, but it's been labeled as coming soon for probably 8 months now. So who knows when this is going to come out? And I mean, they have a trailer for it and they've got screenshots. So, I don't know what the state of the game is. But it looks very, very cool. And it looks like a very interesting spin on the asymmetrical multiplayer. And I'm kind of hoping it changes my opinion on asymmetrical games like this because I've never been crazy about asymmetrical games.
Yeah.
I was not really the only one that I really kind of got into and really, really enjoyed. I really liked Friday the 13th. I thought that was fun when it first came out, but I've never been a Dead by Daylight fan. And we played some Texas Chainsaw Massacre. We probably played that game for 2 weeks pretty heavily when it first came out, and we have not touched it since. And to my understanding, it's a dead game now, or at least it's had a massive decline in player base. So
I have no idea. I played that like once with Sean, and that was it.
Yeah, I think we played it for like 2 days, and I was like, all right, cool. This was on Game Pass. It was free, and I got enough out of it.
Yeah, I have a terrible story about that. I bought it on Steam for like 5 of my buddies, and then learned after the fact that it was on Game Pass. So I spent like $140. I was like, yeah, we all could play. And then Adam's like, why the fuck did you buy this for me? I just kind of asked him what do you mean? He said, dude, it's on Game Pass. I cried.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
I was like, it's disappointing. But
that sucks.
So experience with asymmetrical multiplayer games has not been the best, but this game looks really, really interesting, and definitely look it up on Steam. Whenever you guys get the chance, and watch the trailer and tell me what you guys think, because I think it's very interesting. But those are my top 5 wish listed games. I need to switch stuff around later. I used to have like the Mortuary Assistant and a couple other things, but those are my at least for now, those are my top 5.
That's nice.
So
all right, we'll move on to Sean. What are your I don't know if you even have 5, but
I got 9. All right.
Okay.
That's good.
9
Top
altogether.
5. There we go.
So it's not in any particular order, but I guess this game has probably been on my wish list the longest, which would be Sky Climbers, which is when I showed Josh and Matt.
Yeah, it looked really
In
good, but it's never coming out.
It's in early access. You can like pay to play in early access, but I'm like, I'm good on that. But it's open world survival craft, so in the realm of Sons of the Forest and Nightingale 7 Days to Die. But it's
Ooh.
more it's an action RPG, so it's more like sword, shields, magic, bow and arrow, that kind of genre. And like you can tame different pets like dragons, bears, dogs, and lions. Kind of some of the stuff that I feel like some open world games are missing. So that'd be my first one, but like he said, it's been I've told him about this a while ago, and it always says plan released whatever year we're in. So right now it says plan released this year, but that will just switch when it switches to 2025.
Yeah. And then it also says like there's a demo, but then when you click on the demo, there is no demo. It's a weird thing.
Yeah, they keep updating stuff, and they keep putting new videos, new pictures, and all kind of updates. But yeah, when it's going to be released, couldn't tell you.
I'm all for
Yeah.
devs taking as much time as they need to put out their game too, but I always kind of get worried when it keeps getting delayed and delayed and delayed like that. That you, especially with what's that game called like The Day After, that was a massive scam that came out at the end of last year. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The day before.
We know.
The day
before.
Yeah, and
they changed what the game was the day before it was released.
Yeah, and then it released.
I mean, hey, that's what they meant by the day before. The day before we're going to change what the game is.
And the day after it got trashed on.
Well, people started looking into that.
The day of.
The day of, yeah.
People trashed on that game.
Oh, it was a disaster.
It's supposed to be like an open world survival craft game with zombies and kind of the Division feel, and it turned into an extraction shooter.
Yeah, with all these absolutely terrible bugs. I saw like a bug of a character model getting like the size of a skyscraper. And it was like,
perfect.
What is that, man? What glitch is even that?
It's called a bad game glitch.
That's craziness.
Yeah.
And like Adam, I have my asymmetrical game, which would be Killer Clowns from Outer Space, the game.
I know that game's gonna be dope.
Did you mean
gonna
Wes,
be good.
Not Adam?
Oh yeah,
Wes, right?
My bad.
We're technically the same person.
Yeah, it's the same person. They kind of blend together. My bad.
We're technically the same person, honestly. We've been friends for 20 years, so it's all good.
Yeah, so this one is, the cult classic Killer Clowns from Outer Space from the 80s, and I believe it's 3 clowns versus 4 players is how you go in.
That got a release date, right?
Yeah, that one just got a release dates coming on June 4th, 2024. So I'm so excited for that.
I forgot that existed, and I do not have that on my wish list yet, and I need to go at it because
so it looks like it's 3 clowns trying to get all the survivors, and it's got all this stuff. It's got the cotton candy blaster, it's got the popcorn cannon, it's got the balloon dog, it's got, you shoot the clowns in the nose, and that's how you kill them. So it's sticking pretty much to how that movie is. I know last I saw, the guys that created the movie, the directors and whatnot, have been trying to make a second one, but no one picked it up because it wasn't so big back in the 80s, but now it's got that cult following. Last I heard, they were trying to do like something with Netflix, but I haven't heard anything since then. I would be absolutely first in line to go see that.
That's the route they always go, man. When they're trying to revive these old IPs, they go to the streaming services. A lot of them will do it too. Like Netflix Netflix will throw cash and see what sticks, at anything. So it could happen. It could happen. It might just take them. That'd be kind of crazy.
So I'm excited for that one. That's the only one that I have on my top 5 that has a release date. My next one would be number 3, is a game I just heard about, and it looks entertaining. It's a PvE game. You can play it with, I believe it said 4 friends, but it's called Kingsmaker, and it's medieval times, but you're coming from the future, so you're fighting knights with trucks and motorcycles, machine guns, sniper rifles, and grenades, while they're all, knights with swords and shields.
It looks so awesome. I've seen it all over TikTok, dude. That it looks so much fun. I don't even care what the story is or what the point is. I just want to drive a pickup truck through a bunch of medieval knights.
Yeah, just big epic knight battles, horses, and just run them over with the pickup truck because you can.
Oh, it's so awesome. I love it.
That one says release for 2024, but again, there's nothing other than that on there.
I hope so. I hope so. I need that game now. I need that game yesterday.
The fourth one I have is another open world survival. Kind of feel like it's going to be more like the Division Dark Zone than anything, where it's going to be mainly PvE. And when you try to leave with whatever you have, you're going to have other players trying to kill you at the same time, but it's once human.
Oh, yeah. You showed me that game. It looks really
cool. It looks like you're fighting aliens of some sort, but they showed the whole trailer was like them going through this whole thing and trying to stay quiet during, like, they like walk by this huge creature and they're like, all right, we need to, go through this silently. They look like they're packing up a truck or something and they're about to leave. And then it shows like a sniper being like, all right, I'm going to take the shot. So you're definitely going to have, I assume, some PvP, but maybe that is just another PvE aspect, is there are other human or like other AI characters that are humans that are going to try to kill you at the same time. But it looks really good. But the gives me the feel the same as the day before, though. It kind of has that feel where it's,
oh, maybe a scam sort of thing, or it could be.
No, I don't know about a scam, because I believe this one actually is in early access and you can play it. I believe people have been playing it.
Okay.
But where it's supposed to be that open world, because that even the day before was supposed to have PvP interactions. They show videos where they just looted a building and then a group of guys pull up in cop cars and they're like, okay, we have people showing up, so let's get ready. So it kind of has that feel. I don't feel like this one's a scam.
Gotcha. Okay.
And it's not zombies. It's post-apocalyptic like that, and it's like fighting monster enemies. It looks really cool.
Well, sometimes developers just, their ambition or their ideas, they kind of just bite off a little bit more than they can chew. It's not that they want to scam people. It's just that they have these big plans, and they're trying their best, and they just can't quite get it to where they, have envisioned it, maybe because they're a smaller studio or something like that.
Yeah.
Because the day before, apparently that people were looking into that and they saw that the studio behind it had actually had done this in the past where they released games and then they'd shut down the studio and then rename the studio and come back and do it again.
Or they would start a game and they would sell it off.
Yeah.
I think that's what their first one was. It was like a survival craft game also, where it got really, they released an early access, it got praised really good, and then they sold it off. And apparently that game did really well. I don't remember what that one was.
So scummy. It's such scummy business practice. Oh, just terrible.
Yeah.
They do that to gamers, though. How could you hurt the gamers? How could they?
And then my last one is kind of an over-the-top survival craft looking game, but it's called Under a Rock.
I've never heard of that.
It's like primeval exploring a dangerous island. The picture of the thing that says Under a Rock is like a picture of a dodo bird. So if you can envision, that's what you're kind of looking at. Your armor you build is all out of wood, and I'm sure you'll get further and further. You're riding on. Oh, even one of the pictures, you fight the crab from Moana. San Mateo.
Heck yes. That's my favorite song in that movie.
It's got hang gliders, so it's just one of those survival craft games. I kind of like open world survival craft games because it takes a lot of time to play. I don't buy too many games, and I would rather buy a game that's going to take me a lot longer than a couple of days to beat for me to feel like it's worth me buying it, I guess.
No, that's
So
completely fair.
I don't play.
Yeah.
I don't play too many story-driven linear games anymore as much as I used to.
Yeah.
There are some that I still would play and would like to play, like the new Final Fantasy game that just came out. That's only on PlayStation 5, but there are a few that I
Final
would.
Fantasy remakes on
No, not that
PC.
one. The other one, the new Final Fantasy.
Yeah,
Not
Rebirth.
remake.
Oh, 16?
No, 16.
Oh, yeah. That one will be on PCs probably within
Yeah,
the next like
eventually.
8 months.
Yeah, like that would be something I would play because I do like the Final Fantasy franchise. I won't
Yeah.
play. I won't play the redo because
He might.
I won't.
He might.
He might
He might
consider
not.
it. You know,
I might
He might
convince
not.
him. I
he's
might
gonna.
convince
He
He's
might.
gonna. Maybe he'll beat it
He
15
might not.
times. Maybe he'll beat it 15 times like he did with Divinity. You don't know.
No, I don't know.
him. Final Fantasy 7 is one of the few games that Sean has beaten multiple times.
Multiple times.
Plays it usually once a year. So,
Hey,
Yeah.
it's always nice to have a game like that. To be honest,
Yeah.
you can go back and just.
I
beat
got
again.
my games like that. I got my TV series that I got like that.
yep.
I feel that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just single player games. You pay $50 and you beat it in a week or whatever, and it's just like,
And you
okay.
feel amazing.
And you're like, now what do I get to do in this game? Oh, nothing. So okay,
Or
back to Hunt Showdown.
sometimes you have panic attacks at 3 a.m. when your friend's going to work. Or was it
on
midnight?
a part in a thing that didn't even matter.
It did. It mattered to me.
It didn't matter.
Yes.
Josh and your pussy ass panic attack. I'm just kidding.
Oh my
What
God.
was that? That was
Final Fantasy 15.
Spoilers if you
Final
haven't played
Fantasy
Final
15.
Fantasy 15. But it's the scene where the girl you've been looking for the whole time dies.
No, that wasn't it. It was the end of the game, dude.
No, it was that spot too.
Yeah.
Because you were like, I don't want to spoil it. I was like, just tell me. You're like, well, she died. I was like, you don't even know who she is.
I
was
watched
like,
the movie and
so
the
did
anime. I knew exactly who
Yes.
she was.
But if you didn't and you just played the game, she was a nobody. It was supposed to be the girl you married or whatever, but other than like little tidbits here and there through the story, you barely heard about her unless you saw the movie.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I really don't care about this person. She's not part of my party. This was the first time in the game that you met her, and 5 minutes later, she is being speared through the chest and dead.
Yeah. It
I'm
was
like,
pretty
okay,
crazy.
well, you were nobody.
Josh
Yeah.
is just a big, lovable bear with a bleeding
I-
heart. Leave him alone.
I literally, when that game first came out, I literally 100%ed it when that game came out. I had 100%.
And even the ending of that game was kind of
Yeah, I
weird.
still don't like the end. I
It's
never
like you
went back and
beat it.
replayed it when they fixed it, but I
Yeah,
still
when they
don't
yeah.
like.
You beat the game, and then it's supposed to have this open world go explore here and there, and you can't do that before then. But it's like you go backwards.
Yeah, it takes you
So
back to
before
where
you-
right before
the
end
final
fight.
battle, you go back and then you go out and explore. It's like, why? Like, this is stupid.
Yeah,
But that's just my take.
and at the end,
It was a good
there's
game,
like,
but
and at the end, it's like super. What's it called? Super like I felt like it was super open ended, and I wish they wouldn't have done it that way. But I've never gone back and played it, so it may have been
yeah,
fixed.
they apparently
and-
fixed it or whatever. But
yeah, there was a lot of context missing from that game with a lot of stuff when it came out. So hopefully they added that. Well, on to me, I guess. My top
Yep,
five
on to
is
you.
my top five all have release dates.
aren't you special?
My number one is Nightingale, which I don't need to talk about
Yeah.
because
Tell me about
that's-
that game. What is
Yeah.
that?
Sean-
Never heard of it.
Mary
Mary
Poppins.
Poppins. That's all you
Yeah.
need to say. We
Hell
just don't
yeah,
even refer
Mary
to that.
Poppins.
My number two is Enshrouded, which is a lot like Nightingale, but it's not.
Yep.
There's no. Apparently, it's more like Dark Souls survival. Like it's very like the
Ooh.
battling is very Dark Souls like.
I'm gonna
And
have
I
to look that
literally saw somebody build a Hobbit home in like the building apparently is like super good in it to where someone built a whole Hobbit like house in a mountain, which was pretty cool.
Dang, it's an up to 16 players.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
adding this to my wish list right now.
Yeah,
I've
it's
seen a
on
couple people play
sale.
with it. They look really good.
It's on sale right now for $26.99. My
Whopping 10% off, just so everyone
yeah,
knows.
It's only
yeah,
$3.
not very-
Yeah, $3.
Yeah. Don't you wish. My third game is Pacific Drive, which is the game where you're driving your car through the Pacific Northwest, I think. And it's like it's supposed to be like that movie Annihilation, like you're going through a zone like that, driving your car where a bunch of weird stuff can happen.
Oh,
But
that's
it's not
sketchy.
but it's not like a horror game. Like
Oh,
there's no combat. You're literally like just going into the zone to pick up stuff to fix your car so you can drive through it. And it's very like it's story rich is what I keep hearing about it, but it looks really good. It is not on sale right now. The fourth one, which it's on my Steam wish list, but it's gonna come out on Game Pass, so I probably will play it on there, is called Open Roads, and it's a mother-daughter going on a like drive or something like that. The dad died, I think, is what let me read what it says, but it looked like a good game. It's by Annapurna. A long lost family secret, hints of hidden fortune, and miles to go before they sleep. Tess Divine's relationship with her mom has never been easy, but they're about to set out together on a journey into the past that they'll never forget. I really like Annapurna games. They're really good story games. And I really want to play that one when it comes out. And then my number 5 is Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. I have the Final Fantasy VII Remake on my PlayStation, but since I'm going to be recording through all of them, I want to get that one. And it's probably going to look really awesome on the PC.
Waz hot take number 1. I haven't had one yet tonight, so I need to.
Okay.
I always need to make sure.
What's the hot take?
I don't think I'll ever play a Final Fantasy game. I don't know. They just don't appeal to me, and I don't know why.
That's fine.
They just don't seem because like everybody because I've talked to pretty much everyone I've ever talked to has always said that they're awesome and they're great and they're amazing, and I believe them. I don't know. I just
hot take, Waz. Hot take.
I'm ready for your hot take.
It's okay.
No, it's not.
Final Fantasy games are good, but they are very long, and there's a lot. It's like watching a movie with a little bit of interaction. So like,
see, I don't mind that. Like that, I'm not against that idea, and I don't know what it is exactly that. Like, it's one of those situations where I don't know why I'm like as adverse to playing it as I am. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm not really sure why. It's not,
dude. I mean, there's been games throughout the years that I'm like, I should like this game. This game should be my jam. And there's no way that I would
can't
play
get
it.
into it. Yeah.
Yeah. I literally played
Minecraft.
I don't understand that game.
Hey, that's fair. That's honestly fair. That's totally fair.
Yeah. We'll talk more about that in the news.
Also, there's this really stupid game that a lot of my friends have played, Stardew something or another.
Stardew Valley is amazing.
I just don't understand Stardew Valley. It's
and you don't, a hot take. And you don't have to. I've never forced you to play it.
I know.
I asked you once, you said no. We left it at that.
People love that game, and I don't have anything against it. It's not my cup of tea. It's not something that I find that I would have an enjoyment with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard people talk about that, and to some degree I'm intrigued, but at the same time I'm kind of like, I think maybe it was Josh actually that said, was it you, Josh, that said you cheated on your wife or something? It was going through a divorce process.
Oh no, that definitely was me. I would never do that.
Oh, okay. Game. I was gonna say I was talking to somebody either. Like, yeah, my Stardew Valley game is going pretty bad. I was trying to marry multiple women at once and it didn't go well. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Like, what is this game?
Yeah. That definitely can happen.
But it is nice that he keeps updating it.
Yeah.
but I mean, he needs to bring out Haunted Chocolatier. I'm just saying.
Hey, that's impressive though that it's a single developer. I gotta give credit where it's due. It is impressive. It is impressive.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Hey, and guess what, Waz? You don't have to play Final Fantasy because you can just watch mine.
that is true. That is true. Maybe if I actually watch some of your Final Fantasy stuff, maybe it will spark more intrigue to make me actually
Doubt
wanna
it.
try it.
I
the,
doubt it.
the problem with I always get scared when I see numbered entries up to fucking 16 because it
Yeah,
makes
but they're
me
all
wonder,
separate.
okay, like you don't need
Nope.
okay.
Nope.
'Cause
The only ones that are connected is Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy X-2.
That was
Other
my
than
biggest that was my
there's
biggest
none.
turn off from
10 2
Kingdom
is
Hearts.
trash.
Because I thought it was
Yeah.
a Kingdom Hearts situation because
Nope.
there's Final Fantasy characters in
Nope.
Kingdom Hearts, and one of my buddies, Jacob, he loves Kingdom Hearts, but even he will tell me I don't recommend you getting into it because the story is so fucking convoluted that
Well, let me
it's
tell you,
not
I
even
did
worth
get into it. Let me tell you, I played all the Kingdom Hearts, watched all the movies of the games I couldn't play. And yeah, he's correct because the end of the third game, I don't know if I'll ever play Kingdom Hearts again because of how they left that ending. I was sorely disappointed with waiting so long to be able to play up
We
to
just gotta
that
wait another
point.
20 years for Kingdom Hearts 4,
Yeah,
right?
no, they should.
Oh.
Yeah, they need to end it. Yeah, no, but all the Final Fantasies are separate. Final Fantasy 1 has nothing to do with Final Fantasy 2, which has nothing to do with 3. There's only
Gotcha.
ever been one Final Fantasy series that had 2 games, and that would be the 10. These new ones that are coming out, Final Fantasy Remake and like Rebirth, the only reason why they have multiples is because 7 was so big that they didn't want to take the time to work on them at the same time. So they split them. It's going to be split into 3 games,
Yeah.
which the original game was
where they
3
destroy
discs.
the original.
No,
and
they
trash on
don't.
it.
No, they don't.
Uh-oh. I'm
No,
sensing
they
some
don't.
I'm sensing some dissension on the team here. Okay, what's going on with this? They just like how they mess it up? What happened?
They
They took it from turn base.
No,
They should have just left the shit alone. I don't care about the story change. They should have left that shit alone.
well, from what I heard, they didn't change the story in this last one.
In the last one, just the first part.
Yeah, the same thing happens. Just there's more context to how it happens because in the original game, the big thing people asked is, did Cloud do it or did Sephiroth because of what happened? And now you know that it was because of a certain thing that it was able to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That was actually gonna be my next question: is what was their reasoning for changing the story? If
So originally, so here's the thing: when Final Fantasy VII was made, there were 2 big things that happened. The game was rushed, so they didn't get to do everything that they wanted, and the director in the middle of doing the game, his mom died. So the reason why Aerith died in the game was because he wanted people to feel his pain about his mom dying. So he killed the main character. And so now he's able to go back with a new team, some of the same people from the old team, but there is new people working on it. And he can put in everything that he wanted to because now it's 3 games. But the problem is it probably didn't need to be 3 games. It probably could have been just 2. Because from what I'm hearing, a lot of Rebirth is filler, which makes sense because the Golden Saucer part's in there, and there's a lot of mini games in the Golden Saucer, and there's a lot of mini games around the world of Final Fantasy VII. And like once you get to the open world, there's a lot of stuff that you can do. So they added that, and they added some new stuff to open up the map, and it makes it just a little fillery.
So this is the video game version of Release the Snyder Cut, where everybody
kind of, but also,
but Final Fantasy
but
VII.
we don't know what's going on with it because there is a cross dimensionalism or cross different people from different timelines. So we don't
Gotcha.
know exactly what's going to happen at the end because there's been so many Final Fantasy games that they're trying to add everything. So there's like more context in some of the stuff, and then they added some stuff to it. So I mean, I'll probably talk about it more when I get to that game. That's one of the reasons why I'm replaying Final Fantasy VII Original, because I never beat it.
Right.
Because it's a
So
masterpiece.
well, it's a masterpiece and I never beat it. So like right now, I want to do that before I go and play remake and rebirth. I beat remake, so I've seen the
Now-
ending of remake, which ends totally different than how
7 goes.
yeah, where 7 goes, because you do a big fight, a different big fight at the end of Midgar than you do in well, I could just say it. Spoilers for anybody. Cut for the next like 10
Spoiler
seconds.
if you've never played Final Fantasy VII from 1990s.
Well, and remake. So you
Yeah.
fight Sephiroth or a version of Sephiroth at the end of remake. And like your decision to do that is to keep the timeline intact because he's trying to change the timeline. So we don't know where that's going to go. I don't know where that's going to go. It could go anywhere for all I know, but it's
Well, now that you've played both and a little bit of Final Fantasy VII, how does that? My biggest thing is the way the combat is set up destroys the materia system.
no, it doesn't. It's the same thing because the materia system works the same, but instead it's not turn based, but it's action turn based. So there's still like in the middle of a fight, you are fighting, your guy is slashing, you're using like your slashing attack or whatever. But then in the middle, when you bring up when your AP or your ABP or APD bar comes up, you press a button and everything goes into slow-mo, and that's when you get to pick like your summon, your fire ability, your heal
So
ability.
you're able to just continue to summon endlessly until you're out of magicka.
No,
or MP.
you have to have the ADP up, I think.
So it is different.
Well, I haven't gotten I haven't. Maybe you can.
Well, even with magic.
I don't remember with. Well, yeah, you have to get your ADP up. It's not like that's kind of how they did it though. It's like it doesn't take long. Your ADP or your I can't remember what it's called. The bar goes up from you attacking, so you're constantly getting it back up.
So you're constantly attacking, but
Yeah.
yeah. So based off of that,
And there is a turn-based mode, but the turn-based mode is your guy attacks automatically, and you're just doing the special abilities. That's it.
But yeah, so like in Final Fantasy, you haven't gotten there yet, but there's a point where you can take your normal attack and you can make it like a slash all or death blow all.
Yeah.
I'm wondering
I don't
how
know if
all
that's in
that's gonna work. Or like there's materias where you can connect them based off of your armor.
Yeah.
So you could take your Phoenix and you can put it with death, or I don't remember what it was called. But so if your character dies, you put it on Cloud because he usually is the strongest with the most health. You put Phoenix with this. That way, if he does die, Phoenix is automatically summoned at the end, which then revives your entire team.
Yeah. I don't know if they have that. I didn't get too deep into remake. I probably will when I do it.
Right.
I really just played through it, and that was a while ago. But I know the all system in like Final Fantasy VII where you can put all connected to like your bolt
Magic
and then
all that.
yeah, and then it does it once for everybody. It doesn't do it every time. It does it once.
Well, once, but that's the thing is each materia has a level. Once you master them,
Yeah.
then you do cure all every single time, or lightning 3 all, or I think it's like lightning aga. But like once you master it, everything. So I'm just wondering how that's all going to work. Yeah, we told you not to interrupt.
How dare you, Bran? You're
No,
either
they're
in or you're out.
They're like talking from the hallway, to each other, and I'm like, what the heck, man? Yeah,
See, and
no,
that was my thing, is like that game was already for me a masterpiece, and like
yeah,
the way they changed combat, at least they still have magic. I was afraid that they were going to do the shit like they did in 15, where magic did not work in that game.
yeah, no, they did not. They did not do it that way. Your magic works very much in remake like it does in the original game. It's just instead of your instead of you having to wait for you or somebody to attack, you just get to attack, and then you have to wait for your specials to go up instead. Like you can keep attacking constantly, but you have to wait for your special or whatever, and then after you get attacked enough, your limit break happens, and it's the same thing. You press the button like you're going into magic and stuff, and you just press limit break, and then it automatically does the limit break.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not for you. It's okay. It's okay. It happens. All right, let's move to the other stuff. The news and then the game at which I'm curious
about
Yeah.
the game.
First off, I'm going to say what the 12 of the best games to get during Steam sales is based off Kotaku. I'm just going to name them off. Number 1, there's no numbers, but Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh, is that on sale?
Yeah, Signalis, The Witcher 2, Assassins of Kings, Citizen Sleeper, Persona 5 Royale, Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection, Red Dead Redemption 2, Resident Evil 2.
Is it the original Resident Evil 2 or is it the remake?
No, remake.
Okay.
Heaven Will Be Mine. Hold on, sorry, my thing's not clicking for some reason. Click. Final Fantasy 7 Remake Intergrade. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. Street Fighter 6, and I think that is all of them. Yeah. So those are the main games that they're saying is the top for sale on there. I got a couple news articles, not a lot, just a couple. The spring sale thing was one of them. The two other ones I read that were pretty interesting is if you run your Minecraft through Microsoft, do not update it, because if you do, your world might get destroyed. So apparently there's like a tool or something that they upgraded or updated that if you update from Microsoft to play on your PC Minecraft, it will or could destroy all your worlds.
I mean, that feels
update.
Yeah, to me that almost feels like, because back in the day, because I was playing Minecraft, back when we were there was an alpha and then it was in beta and then they did the full release in 2011 or whenever it was. And every time they would do a major update, it would always break your save file because they didn't have a way to where it could update your current game. So that just seems like it's going back to back in the old days. That was just the standard.
Yeah.
It's like back in my day, not to be one of those.
Back in my
day, we always had to delete our save files. But like for real though, it's pretty standard. Honestly, it's just kind of important. So if you put a bunch of work into a world, you were always gonna have to restart clean when they updated the game with a bunch of new mobs or something. So
yeah,
that's unfortunate.
The other news is Pal World is getting its first raid. There's not a whole lot about it, but they did release, I guess, a trailer with like one of the new pals that's going to be the center of the raid. It's Belanoir, which I guess is supposed to be, looks like Gardevoir for Pokemon. I don't know much about Pokemon, so
hot take number two. I'm not going to play that game until I have confirmation that you can fuck the pals. Not gonna play
my gosh, of course. Of course.
I'm just kidding.
No. You said hot take. Hot take.
No. It was a joke. Hot take. It was a prank. It was never real. It was never real.
Yeah, and what was not real?
That's actually update 1.0.
What's not real? That you're waiting for what?
Nothing. I'm gonna cut this part out of the podcast. Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna copy paste it. I'm calling copy paste on that one. And you didn't say control delete, so
No,
guess
I
what? Copy
didn't.
paste it.
No,
Yep.
I didn't. Damn it.
Yep.
Okay, fine then.
Guess I'll write that one down for the boys.
Yep. All right, now we're gonna get to the game. So
Already.
this
Did
game.
you-
So this
Did
game.
you- wait.
Whoa, what?
Did you see that Diablo is coming to Game Pass?
Yeah, I already knew that.
Oh,
I've
Diablo
known that
4?
for a while.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, dude, the game is fucking dead. Like it is gone. It is plummeted.
Yeah, but
There's-
whose fault is that? That's Diablo's fault and Blizzard's fault for
That's
No, I
Blizzard's fault.
totally agree. But like they're doing everything. The reason it's coming to Game Pass is they're just doing everything they can to revive it. And
Well, yeah, because they spent millions on that game, if
Yeah.
not like close to the B word.
well, people are just fucked up. People are just so mad, dude, about it. And then one of the last things they did when player numbers was already plummeting, they released like $70 horse armor, and people were like, "What is wrong with you?" So I'm not surprised
Yeah.
to come to Game Pass at all. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if you guys do decide to give it a shot since it's free, me and Adam, we beat the game and we were playing through the game pretty heavily when it first came out. I think my character's like level 60 something. I never got
Sean's saying it for me. He already beat the game. He's played it all.
Well, I'll
He's
go back
saying
and
it
I'll
for-
go
It's
back and
interesting
try
that-
it. I'll go back and try it if you guys get
I
it.
just think it's interesting that people are like, oh, just because Xbox bought that, they're definitely not going to put Diablo. And here we are, like 2 months later, and
They need
here it is.
They needed to just
Yeah.
get the player base back, man. It's
Well,
Yeah.
they decided to, a month into the game, destroy everything.
yeah, they did. They really did. It's
Hey, you
kinda
guys are
sad.
having fun. It's kind of grindy, but you're having fun, right? Well, all your builds now suck.
Yep.
Good
Yeah.
luck.
Yep.
Pretty
and
much.
Mine was
Remember,
already
you were
rough.
able to. You were able to run that level 30 dungeon. Yeah, no. Now you can run like a 5.
The druid already had issues unless you went down very specific paths, and then
Druids and wizards are so slow.
yeah, and that's that because I was like, when I saw that they were bringing druid back in Diablo 4, I knew I was going to be a druid and I wanted to do it, and I basically became like a lightning druid, and
Yep.
it just because that was the meta, one of the metas for the druid when the game first came out, and they nerfed the shit into the ground. So
Yeah, between that and unique items never dropping.
yeah, oh, I forgot about that.
Oh, you need this unique helmet to make your lightning werewolf build work. That would be great if it would drop.
Have fun playing 300 hours in the game and not getting it to drop once.
Oh, and now we're going into season 1, so you finally got that helmet, but you don't get it anymore.
Yeah. No, I never played it, but yeah.
Go grind for it again.
Grind.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens with it once it gets to Game Pass. We'll see if it revitalizes it or not. They need to just stop doing dumb stuff like nerfing classes when they don't need to be nerfed.
Yeah,
Um,
for real.
And the other
So-
one, Marauders is also supposed to be going to Game Pass.
Oh, nice. I would actually try
Ooh.
that if it went to Game Pass.
Come to the dark side. That game's fun. That's probably actually I would say that one's tied. I know I said Dark and Darker was my favorite extraction shooter.
Yeah.
But Marauders is a lot of fun because I know Sean and I talked about this, I think, last week on the podcast. But
It's a dumb version of Tarkov.
it really is. It really is. It makes it a
Yeah.
lot more enjoyable because the stuff that I hate about Tarkov is not in the game, and the stuff that I enjoy about Tarkov is there. And it's
Nice.
it's a very nice balance between hardcore and like ease of access.
Yeah, it's always fun being killed by your own team.
Yeah, no, that's always enjoyable. You can't.
Guy to the left. That was me. I just told you I was in the kitchen.
It would not be an extraction shooter without shooting each other in the face at least a couple
Yeah.
times.
Yep.
Ugh,
All
that's
right.
funny.
So the game
All right.
is called
Oh, I'm ready.
Can you guess? Now
Probably not.
the game is gonna have 3 points, and you are gonna. This is all based off Metacritic score. You are gonna have to guess one for each of these: best game of all time, best movie of all time, and best TV show of all time.
I think I know maybe one of these.
Okay. Well, we're gonna start with
I
games.
know none of them.
Well, you can just guess. So we're gonna start with games. So, what in the top 10, what game do you think is the top 10 of all time on Metacritic?
Baldur's
I would say
Gate
either Elder
3.
Ring,
No, I'm just
Elder Ring,
kidding.
or Baldur's Gate.
Okay, so this is based. This is.
But we're
based-
talking like every game.
Every game of all time.
People praise those two games, so I feel like they'd be top 10.
Metacritic.
least.
Metacritic can be crazy though, because sometimes you go to like IDB, Internet Movie Database, and Rotten Tomatoes, which I mean, people shit on really anything that rates games or movies. People shit on, but those two typically have way higher scores for the same content than Metacritic's very harsh with their ratings sometimes.
Okay. Well, I'm not asking for, what you think of Metacritic. What's your game?
Well, you're gonna get what I think of Metacritic, okay? You don't need to ask. I give my opinions freely, Josh. I just want you to know we're on a podcast. That's what you have me here for.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's true. All right. So, what's your guys' guess? Each of you one game.
You go first, Sean. I gotta think some more.
As he's typing in and looking up Metacritic.
Hold on. Let me look into this.
Honestly, Elden Ring. I feel like Elden Ring's not a bad guess, to be honest.
Yeah, I'll stick with Elden Ring.
Okay.
I'm sure it's not, but it's probably some older game.
Okay.
I feel like it could be in that series, though. I feel Dark Souls probably has been rated pretty high before. I feel like Baldur's Gate 3 may not be the absolute. I'll go Baldur's Gate 3. I'll go Baldur's Gate 3.
Okay.
Watch it be one of the
both
Zelda new
both
ones.
of you are wrong.
Damn it.
Well, of course we are.
Of course we are.
Can we get a year
Huh?
for number one? Give us a year for number one.
1998 is number one.
See, it's an older game.
Fuck me, dude. I don't even know then. Gary's
1998.
I don't even know what I'm saying at this point.
Well, you guys already lost, so I'm just going to tell you. On that
Mario.
one.
Can we have three guesses? Can we have like 3 guesses? And you could say like no. And come on, Josh.
No, because you still have 2 more categories.
That is true, but we should
Super
get
Mario.
So Legend of Zelda.
I called it a Zelda game.
Ocarina of Time is number 1.
Wow.
Soul Calibur is number 2. Grand Theft Auto 4 is 3.
3.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's Grand
Metacritic is
Theft
just
Auto.
wrong, bro. What the fuck?
I don't know.
Is it-
What's
is it
IV?
1V?
What's IV?
That's 4. That's
4. Super Mario Galaxy, Super Mario Galaxy 2, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, which I'm so surprised neither of you said. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater
Zelda.
3, Red Dead Redemption 2, Grand Theft Auto 5, and Metroid Prime are the top 10 for that.
Just out of curiosity, because there's audience rating and there's also critic rating. So are these based off the critic?
This is a Metascore. It's a Metascore.
So it's the critic rating.
I mean, I could use user score. Let's see what the difference is. User score is even worse. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, because the number 1 for user would be different because the user score is just I can make an account and rate a game.
I can tell you that the user score neither one of you would ever figure out.
Yeah, I would. What is it? Just
Tetris.
What is it? Just out of curiosity.
Okay, the user score. Oh, well.
Or we can, or if you want to do a round 1 critic score and then a round 2 user score, we could give it a shot. See where we probably won't get any of these, but
So right now on here it says user score. Oh wait, this is because it's user score, so it's different. Or wait, no, what the hell? Hold on. It's doing something weird. Hold on.
I think I have a really good chance of potentially getting the movie, but that's the only one that I think I'm gonna get.
Okay, I'll ask you guys if on the movies, do you want to do user scores or the other one?
I want to do Metacritic.
Keep with Metacritic, yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and choose.
All right,
your
so
one.
I'm between 2 movies: Citizen Kane and the Shawshank Redemption.
You got to choose one. Can't be between.
But I feel like the implication.
You can't be between.
Yeah, but the implication is one of them is right. One of them is right.
I know. Choose one.
I know. Fuck me, dude. Oh shit, dude. I'm gonna go with Shawshank Redemption.
Okay. Sean?
Titanic, because that movie's trash, but people love it.
All right. You both got it wrong.
Damn it.
You should have gone with Citizen Kane. That's
Fuck,
number 9.
dude! I mean, Citizen Kane is considered to be like one of the best movies of all time. I've never seen it.
So
Oh.
this is so weird. Like their choices are the weirdest. I didn't think you guys were gonna get this one. Decalogue is number 1, which I have no idea what that is. Casablanca is number 2. Boyhood is number 3. The Leopard is number 4. Lawrence of Arabia number 5. Tokyo Story is number 6. The Godfather number 7. The Comfort is number 8. Citizen Kane number 9, and 3 Colors Red is number whatever. Number
I've heard
10.
of. I've seen Lawrence of Arabia, and
Even the other one's weird too. The heck? I'm gonna choose a different one next time. That's dumb. All right. Let's try for TV shows. So far, you guys have gotten none.
there's okay, but hey, I count that because I knew that it was between those two. I'm surprised. I will say that I'm surprised that The Shawshank Redemption was not on that list because that is widely considered to be one of the best movies of all time as well. But
You were still wrong.
Citizen Kane. That's the closest
No,
we're probably. Hey, that's the closest we're gonna get probably. All right. I just want to
Probably.
So
But you're still wrong.
I'm taking credit. I'm taking credit.
I'll give you guys a hint. I'll give you guys a hint about this one.
What year?
Okay, that's fair. Because I'm
the
clueless
years-
on this one.
One of them is in 2021.
What do you mean one of them?
Oh, are you talking
They're
about
all different years, dude. It's all time. None of them are the
Right.
same year.
Right. Number 1 should be
2021.
okay. You said one of them's in 2021. It confused me.
Were you talking about like the critic score
Like
and
the
between the users?
series-
I was gonna give you a hint, which was better than it's in 2021. One
That's
movie was popular during COVID, and one TV show was popular during COVID, and one has
Tiger King.
been
Ooh.
popular
That's
for
actually
a
a good one.
while, but it came from the UK.
The Office.
You got to choose one:
But
Tiger King or The Office.
I'm very confused of how one was good during 2021 and one was from the UK.
what-
Is it the
did-
same
did-
show?
did
No,
Tiger-
they're different. I gave you 2 hints.
For
Hint-
2 number 1s?
I didn't tell you what number 1 is.
Wait, I'm confused.
I'm so confused on
Okay,
what this.
I'm
here are
kinda
your
confused
2
too right
hints
now.
for the top 10
I thought we were going for
TV
number
shows. No, you're picking one of the top 10.
Oh, so we're just
Oh.
okay. So we just have to get in the. Okay, I see what you're saying now.
one. I thought we were going for
gosh.
number
Yeah, I
1.
thought we were going
No.
for number 1 too. I was with Sean on that. I was very lost in the sauce. I didn't know what was
Oh
going
my
on.
gosh.
Okay, I get it now. So okay, it's a movie. Okay, guys.
Got it.
I'm in the I'm with
TV
you now.
shows. We're on TV shows now. So one TV show
Okay.
was popular during COVID. That's your hint 1. Hint 2, one TV show was very popular here, but it came from the UK.
Okay. I think The Office is a pretty safe bet. Granted, I can't think. I'm not well versed in UK shows. So other than that, I couldn't even think of another UK show if I didn't go with that. And
All right.
I don't know. I'd be really surprised. Like the Tiger King, it was good and it was definitely popular, but I would have been very surprised if it was the highest.
It wasn't.
rated.
It also wasn't a TV series. It was just like a
Oh,
documentary.
yeah, it was like a mini. Yeah, it was like a mini series. Well, they did make a season
Yeah.
2 though, but it was
Mm.
it was stupid. It was that the Tiger King wasn't in it because he's in fucking jail. So it's like he's just on the phone sometimes, and then they were like catching up with all the other people. So I don't really know if that counts or not. I don't know. I'd be surprised if Tiger King's in there. I feel like The Office is a safer bet. But I don't fucking know UK TV shows.
Yeah.
I'm
You
gonna
gotta
go with
choose
I'll go with The Office UK. I think
Okay. What about you, Sean?
2021.
what are other fucking TV series that came out in 2021 other than Tiger King? Was Tiger King 2020?
I'll give you another hint. The one from 2021 was a musical comedy.
Huh.
Musical comedy.
Fuck me, dude. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm out on that one.
I don't even know. I'm usually not really into musicals as a rule, so it's one of these things where I don't even
Didn't even know there was a series of musical comedies.
Me neither. much less that came out in 2021 during COVID.
No, it didn't come out. He said it was popular during
Oh,
2021.
gotcha.
So a lot more people started watching it because they couldn't go anywhere.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes. I was thinking of it from the.
Man, I have no idea. I
You
like
can
musicals.
you can both choose the same thing. There's no
I'd like to
stopping
be.
you.
I like to be wrong.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think The Office UK is going to be right either, but it's the only
I'm
thing.
gonna throw one out there for top 10 and go with Married with Children.
All right.
Go,
Wes,
go.
you have one with The Office UK.
Okay, I
being
can't even
number
take credit
3.
for that. Fucking Sean said it. I just stole his answer.
So number 1 was the special, which was technically considered a TV show, Bo Burnham's Inside.
Oh, fuck, dude. Oh, my God.
Number
I love
2
that.
is Planet Earth. Number 3, The Office. 4, America to Me. 5, OJ, Made in Whatever. 6, the U.S. and something. The U.S. and Holocaust. Planet Earth 2 is number 7. The Staircase is number 8. The Larry Sanders Show is number 9. And Homicide, Life on the Street is number 10.
Nobody in the fucking world would ever guess any of those shows except for
I know.
maybe The Office.
I know.
And
I
honestly,
never said it was.
most people in America probably wouldn't even guess if you hadn't said the UK, I would have guessed the United States Office, because typically what I hear is that was more widely hailed as a good show over the UK version, because the UK version got fucking canceled. How good can it be?
All right. Sean, I'm going to give you a way to redeem yourself so you guys are tied.
Nope.
I mean,
No.
Technically, I feel like Sean should get credit for that one too, because I did.
Okay, well, we'll get a
Stole
bonus
his
question.
answer.
Which of these movies did better than the other
Okay.
on Rotten Tomatoes? Or not movies, shows, sorry.
Oh,
Which of these shows did better?
Okay.
Avatar: The Last Airbender or Halo?
Okay, wait. Quick question.
What?
Is Avatar: The Last Airbender, is that the live action, or
Yep.
we're talking? Okay.
The live action TV show that came out and Halo.
Damn.
That
I feel
second
like
season that just came out.
People were pissed at both of these series, so this is going to be tough.
But I feel like more people are okay with The Last Airbender than they were with Halo.
Yeah, I kind of feel that.
Because Halo,
too.
they did everything wrong. He took his helmet off.
These are the
Ikora.
critic scores. Bear in mind, not the
Yeah,
user
critics
scores.
suck.
That is, yeah, critics can be so fucking wrong. And a lot of, okay, so you know what, actually? I think it might be that Halo did better then, if it is critic score, Sean, because all the real fans, like the user scores, I bet are abysmal. But the critics were like jacking off to Halo for some reason. And I don't know why. But everybody who was like actually a Halo fan was like, this fucking sucks and this is ass and is not true to Halo at all. And then the critics were like, it's a great show. It's amazing. I can't believe these writers. It's like, bro, the writers pay these motherfuckers or something. Because I don't know. I would bet Halo then, honestly. If it's
Going
critic score.
Airbender.
All right, with 2 points, Wes wins.
Yeah.
Halo got an 89% and
What?
Avatar got
No,
a
it
61.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, dude! Fuck critics, bro. Like I knew they like kind of jacked off the show a little bit. That's stupid, bro.
So the regular score is still pretty high with a 69 for
Really?
the
user?
user score. Yep, and Avatar got a 75 for the user score with 2,500 plus people rating it.
Maybe me and Sean are just jaded individuals then, but fuck, like that was not a fan of the Halo series, and it made me so mad when people were like, "It's such a good show." It's like maybe if you don't care about the Halo games, which it seems like the people who made the show didn't give a fuck about the Halo games.
Well, from what I've heard, the show takes place before the Halo games. So
I mean, it still doesn't matter. It's still not really. They have to nail Master Chief, and they didn't nail Master Chief.
But you don't know anything about Master Chief before the war, so that's not necessarily true. You see him when he's older and when he's gone through a lot of stuff. He definitely did take his helmet off. We just never saw him take his helmet off. He had to eat.
No, I agree. I'm not saying it never. Obviously, it happens, but you're just not supposed to show it. You know, you can. You can imply him taking his helmet off, even in the show.
No, I get you, but I
disagree.
See, and I disagree with that. I feel like they should have shown his face after Halo 2. I feel like them not showing his face was a stupid thing for them to do.
No, I disagree with that. I disagree with that so hard.
Yeah, it's fine.
Keep John Master Chief's name out your fucking mouth. You know, in the words of Will Smith. Get him out of here.
Yeah, yeah. All right, well, that's it. Thank you for watching not watching, but listening to another of our tangents and ranting and going off topic. That seems to be our hold to fame.
That's the
So-
most enjoyable part of this.
Yeah.
It's been Lost in Tangents. We're gonna rename the entire podcast.
Yeah, now it's staying lost and lazy.
I mean, it still makes sense. It still makes sense.
But yeah, so thank you. I hope you guys like this one. I know it's a small crew. We got a what is it called when the small crew's on? It's like a skull crew or a skeleton crew. Skeleton crew.
Wait. Okay, this is important. This is extremely
What?
important. All right, who here right now is wearing green? Because if you're not, you have to pinch yourself. Because I can't do
No,
it for you. That's
I
the
don't.
rules of.
I
That's the
I
rules
don't
of St.
celebrate. No, I don't celebrate it.
It's
So
not a
guess
religious
what?
holiday. This isn't like I
I
don't
don't
celebrate
care.
Christmas. I celebrate Hanukkah. It's just St. Patrick's Day.
No,
It's
I
you do
don't
it.
care.
You don't
No.
just go around being like, I don't celebrate St. Patrick's Day. That's not a thing people
No.
say. Pinch yourself right now.
No, I'm good.
Pinch yourself right now. Sean
No,
already
I'm
did
good.
it. Sean did it.
Okay, that's great.
Okay.
All right,
Pinch yourself.
everybody.
I'm wearing green.
I'm wearing green.
Okay, he's wearing green. I'm wearing green too. So,
Wearing a Killer Clown from Outer Space shirt.
yep, he's got green on there. Where's your green, Josh?
Uh huh. I
see
don't
it.
have it. I
Well,
don't care.
That means you got to pinch yourself. I'm coming.
Nope.
I'm on my
I'm
way.
good.
I'm
All
flying
right. Good luck.
from
Good
the
luck.
eastern seaboard to the western seaboard.
By the
just to
time you
pinch
get
us.
here, it will be over. So
It doesn't matter. It's your
yeah,
you're owed
it
a pinch.
does.
I'm gonna
Nope.
I'm gonna send a message to Brandon and tell her to pinch you because I bet she'll do
Uh
it.
huh.
She will
No,
do
she
it.
won't.
Yeah, she will.
She's not wearing green either.
Well, she could pinch herself and then pinch you.
Yeah. Whatever. All right. Everybody, have a good night. Go
Happy
ahead,
St.
Wes. Say
Patrick's
bye.
Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day to those who celebrate. And if you're not wearing green while you watch this podcast, pinch yourself, okay? For me. Because Josh is a loser. He doesn't want to do it.
Yep. Waffle.
Like, follow, subscribe, and fuck off.
All right. Good night.